Imagine you were pointed at the tip of a sword and asked, "What is your final wish before death?" A similar line was followed by the Bucks, who put their enemy outside the ground. Do you want to know what the statement was? Stay tuned to find out. Midway through the first half, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis combined to score 20 straight points, driving the Milwaukee Bucks to a 135-102 victory over the NBA-leading Boston Celtics. With 28 points from Portis, 24 from Antetokounmpo, and 12 rebounds from both players, the Bucks won just the second time in their previous 6 games. Following his return to the Milwaukee lineup, Damian Lillard scored 21 points. The Bucks lost 132-116 at home to the Utah Jazz due to personal matters. In Jrue Holiday's return to Milwaukee, the Bucks led by as much as 43 points, and their halftime advantage of 75-38 was the 4th largest in team history. The Celtics returned to action one night after defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 127-120 in overtime, while the Bucks hadn't played. Boston rested all of their starters for the second half and gave up its highest point total of the year. In the fourth quarter, none of the Bucks starters saw action. What would it look like if our opponents made a statement against us after the match? What if the statement went viral and was taken over by the entire NBA industry? Our fans will be looking out for a reply from us if such statements are made. The Celtics shot 9 of 34 from beyond the arc after missing 16 of their first 17 three-point attempts, led by Peyton Pritchard's 21 points and Sam Hauser's 15. Milwaukee made 18 of 42 three-pointers and had a 56.5% total shooting percentage. With 2-14 left in the first quarter, Boston's O'Shea Brissett dunked to cut Milwaukee's advantage to 31-23, but the Celtics wouldn't score again for more than 16.5 minutes. With 7:38 remaining in the second quarter, Jaylen Brown's bucket put a stop to Boston's losing streak. During a 25-0 run, Giannis scored 7 points and Portis scored 13. The Bucks opened the second quarter with 15 straight points after Portis had scored 8 of the previous 10 points to increase Milwaukee's advantage to 41-23. Portis shot 5 of 6 beyond the arc, up from his previous performance of 1 of 12 from three-point range this month. In his first game back in Milwaukee, since the Bucks traded him in September to get Lillard from the Portland Trail Blazers, Holiday scored 6 points on 2 of 9 shooting. A few days later, Portland sent him to the Celtics. Holiday was a member of the Bucks' 2021 championship team and played for them from 2020 to 2023. This season, he has already faced his old team once. On November 22nd, when the Celtics defeated the Bucks 119-116 in Boston. During the first stoppage of the game, a tribute video that was shown on the Fiserv Forum scoreboard earned Holiday a standing ovation. The Milwaukee Bucks made a statement on their home court while they defeated the Boston Celtics in a highly anticipated game. Despite being the second leg of a back-to-back, the Celtics fielded their key players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, in a game that took many by surprise. But the Bucks were unstoppable from the beginning to the end, shocking the Celtics. The Bucks humiliated the Celtics, who were touted as small road underdogs, losing by an incredible 33 points, with Milwaukee winning 135-102 in the end. The Celtics had a first rough half and trailed by an incredible 37 points at the break. The spread started to narrow as the day went on, and many people started to question why the trend had changed. In an effort to leave a lasting impression, the Bucks played with a level of intensity that had been missing from their previous games. The Celtics' night was forgettable as things spiraled out of control, limiting the amount of time their stars played. They gave the game away to the Bucks in the second half, appearing to have decided to take a rest. Giannis led the way for the Bucks with 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. But Bobby Portis, who came off the bench and led all scorers with an incredible 28 points, was the real star. Just when you thought the Bucks had reached their peak, they pulled off a move that left everyone speechless. What was this game-changing moment? The Bucks really needed the win since they had been struggling lately. Dropping 4 of their previous 5 games and failing to cover the spread in 5 straight, Giannis Antetokounmpo was among many who openly questioned the team's equipment usage and effectiveness. The Bucks' current winning percentage of the second best in the Eastern Conference, in spite of these losses, solidifies their standing as NBA competitors. They may have found the turning point they needed to get back on track and build confidence as they pursue a successful season in their commanding effort against the Celtics. Very recently, Giannis expressed his wish to lead by example. The Milwaukee Bucks' frustration are mounting. and Giannis Antetokounmpo is prepared to absorb the heat in order to help the club get back on track. I need to improve my role in establishing the atmosphere, Giannis stated following Milwaukee's disappointing 110-113 loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Bucks have lost 2 games in a row going into the All-Star break, having fallen short against the depleted Miami Heat. The 2-time MVP believes he still needs to do more for the Bucks to turn things around after they dropped to a 3-7 record under Doc Rivers, despite the Greek Freak leading the team in scoring 30.8 rebounds and steals. Giannis advised, "I need to move the ball effectively. I have a ton of things to accomplish, so please stop talking. Are we truly interested in it? I will ask myself that question every day until the end of this season, and I will also ask my teammates that same question every day until the conclusion of the season." He added, "Are we truly interested in it? Do whatever it takes to get what we desire. Give it your all in order to be good. I established a tone, which is something I influence over." Giannis, "Man, I gotta put in more work. I need to put in more effort. And at the time, that's all I can think about. I'm confident. I'm confined." At the time Adrian Griffin was fired, the Bucks were 30-13. Under Rivers, they had a 1-5 record at first until defeating the Denver Nuggets with a score of 112-95, and the Charlotte Hornets with a score of 120-84 in 2 straight games. The Bucks appear to be headed in the right direction after the doubleheader win. Giannis even praised the team's play on social media. But just when everyone believed that they had everything figured out, the Bucks lost 2 straight games to teams without important players, bringing them back to earth. Giannis asked his teammates to go above and beyond to support the team now that the Bucks are struggling to find their form. Imagine getting some support from your rivals when the situation is not favorable on your side. That will be one of the most beautiful things that can happen to a team. What are your thoughts? Do let us know in the comments below. According to Antetokounmpo, you have to shoot at night, right? Come film at dusk. Do you have to arrive before the shoot and shoot around? Aim, must lift weights, raise weights? I'm not concerned. Make every effort to be prepared for competition, he added. But that is your only option. Just be prepared to compete at all times. It will go your way some days and not on the other times. But it is very difficult for things to go your way when there is no effort put out. The Milwaukee Bucks have had a challenging start to 2024, having dropped 4 of their first 5 games, most of them in excruciating ways. With the trade deadline just 1 month away, some may finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, but don't be shocked if the Bucks decide to stick with their existing lineup. Milwaukee has just finished a scorching December when it entered 2024. They had an NBA record of 24-8, right behind the Boston Celtics for the top spot. Will the Bucks make a comeback and top the NBA market in 2024? Let's wait and see. And that's a wrap, folks, of our deep dive into the monumental statement the Bucks just made. But the question remains, how will this impact the rest of the season and the teams they will face down the line? Before you click away, if you enjoyed our analysis and want to stay updated with all the twists and turns of this thrilling NBA season, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Do drop a comment below with your thoughts on the Bucks' recent performance and what you think it signals for the rest of the league. Until next time, keep discussing, keep debating, and keep loving basketball. Thanks for watching.